Good morning and welcome, Fantasy Balls team managers. We're back. It's football season. We are here. We're in my office. Special location today. Kid was teaching me about electricity the other day, like the theoretical part of electricity. It's very interesting stuff. Anyway, welcome. First recap of the fantasy football season. For our new folks, okay, let me just go over this real quick, how this works. We have a recap every week. Yours truly will do it. Every now and then I might have a special guest fill in for me if I'm busy. But basically I'm going to recap this week, the last week of what happened, go quick run through the game, maybe talk some shit. Depends on how the week went. It's tough early season. Not a lot has happened yet. Hard for me to make determinations. But typically I'll go from the most interesting game. Actually, I start with the game of the week. Week 1 did not have a game of the week. It's normal. I'll start with game of the week, cover that, and then I'll go to the tightest games, and then just slowly trail off to the games that were blowouts. And then I will pick the next game of the week. Real easy formula. I try to keep these around 10 minutes. Sometimes I don't do that because I'll ramble. Most of you know me. Andy and Tyler are the only people I don't know. And of course I'm in my office today, so I gotta keep it on the lower side. Can't go too crazy. Can't get out there too much. But we're here. We're back. Week 1, NFL. I feel my hair moving, so it feels cool sometimes. Anyway, week 1, very interesting week. As Jake pointed out before I got the chance to record, our divisions are already looking quite interesting, okay? Everybody in the mentally stable division is 1-0. Don't know how that happens. Even more interesting, the CTE division is completely winless. Nobody with a broken brain was able to pull out a win, and everybody who was stable was able to pull out a win. Interesting stuff. But again, it's only week 1, boys. We got plenty of time. First game, closest matchup, myself, Fat Boy Connor. Because we all know Connor's a little fat, chubby bitch. Connor doesn't watch these, so it's okay. We can talk shit. Chubby little fat boy Connor and the placeholders going head to head. 5-point game. My boss just walked out of her office. Please don't knock. Cool. 5-point game. Real close one. Joe squeaked it out. He squeaked it out. Saquon Barkley putting up 33 points with the Eagles. It's like a dagger in my heart. Any other team wouldn't have cared. But it's not not a winning strategy when your defense and your kicker are your top 2 scorers. That's on me. That's on bad coaching. I gotta figure it out. Get my boys in shape. Okay? But that was our closest matchup. 5 points. Joe squeaked it out from a 33-point performance. Okay? It's bullshit. Fucking Saquon Barkley on the Eagles is catastrophe. Speaking of Saquon Barkley, we move over to Barkley's Thunder Thighs, pulling out the W against NFL Columbine. All right. Fun fact, Brochard didn't realize that Columbine happened here in Colorado. I thought he was making a pun about where I live now, even though I'm not near Columbine. Didn't know that happened here in Colorado. He just thought it was funny. So, minus points for not knowing where tragedies have happened. Anyway, 120 to 106. Very low scoring games this week, gentlemen. Okay, not a lot of big scores. Our top score is somewhere in the 150s. It's early in the season. Fellas got to warm up. Some people don't play a lot in preseason. They don't play the full game. It's fine. It happens. But we got to start pulling it up, fellas. Okay, too many people scoring around 120. We need those big scoring games. Got to bring those back. Okay. Next Shocker here. Why John wants a recap? John always wants a recap when he wins. When he loses, doesn't want shit. Okay, but when John gets a W, first thing, where's the recap? Where's it at? He was sending the message the other day, where's my recap? Because he wants to hear us praise him for the fantasy name that he didn't even make up. Neighbors touch my Penix. Okay, he didn't make it up. I saw it on TikTok. Okay? But like a man, I came up with my own name. John. Alright? Speaking of names, I didn't see this one, but it feels suspiciously cheated, like took from someone else. Joshing on my Jacob. Doesn't sound like something Alec made up. I mean, it could be. Could be. But in the matchup of names stolen, John gets the W here, 143 points. That's what we're talking about, right? We want to get up into the 140s. We want to get up into the 150s. Big scoring week. 113 for Alec. Not bad. Not really good at all, though. It's just right there in the middle. Again, week 1. Don't know the trends. Don't know how these teams are going to look long term. Is it a fluke? Is this the team that they are? Don't know. So I can't really speak too much of it. But in the greatest shocker of all, Connor getting a W. It's been so long since we've said Connor's name attached to the word win. Upstate New York Ducks has been running with the same name for 3 years now. And, you know, it's just kind of shocking when this happens. Nobody really expects it. Huge game from Jaden Daniels. Really helped Connor here. I would have got the W either way, which is fair, but huge game from Jaden Daniels. Is he gonna make it long term in the NFL? Is he gonna be the Washington Commanders? Whatever the fuck their name is now, they are the Commanders, right? Football team is passed. Yeah, the Washington Commanders. Are they gonna be? Is Jaden Daniels gonna be their long term quarterback? Who knows? Who knows? We don't know, and we don't know if Connor's gonna be a good team or if this is a fluke, right? We could. From history, we know that Connor sucks at fantasy, but he takes down Joe's 5th grade water bottle. Fantastic team name, absolutely fantastic. Cameron coming in with the daggers. I know some of you new people haven't been around for a while, don't even know about Joe's 5th grade water bottle. Cameron knows. Cameron knows big time. Cameron got real friendly with a whole ton of wood. What the fuck are they called? Not a yard of wood. It's like a big truckload. I forget what they're called. But that's Cameron got familiar with a whole lot of wood because of that water bottle. Does that make any sense to a lot of people? No. But if you know, you know. All right. Moving into the upstate, not the upstaters, the people that came in later. I know they're a little upset. I think the league is becoming too much of a childhood friendships, too many inside jokes happening. I said, hey, find someone to join the league, and I'll happily accept them in. But you just keep letting me pick people. It's going to be people I know. That's really on Chumba. Chumba's the one bitching about it. Cry about it all you want. But Chumba falls. CTE isn't real. As we all know, concussions are not real. Never had one in my entire life. Just get some headaches sometimes. It's normal. Everyone has that. Jake loves Big Concussion. Big fan of Big Concussion. He basically works for him at this point, honestly. But huge game from Jake. 151 points. Believe that he's the second highest scorer of the week. Almost fucked that up. But we get to the exciting part where we announce that Chumba is the lowest scorer of the week. Ding, ding, ding. I don't have a bell. I don't even have one in my apartment. Ding, ding, ding. New people. Okay? Oh my God. Jake put up 151 points, and he started Christian McCaffrey. He could have scored more. He could have done more. Anyway. For those new people, lowest scorer of the week, by rule, it's in the constitution of fantasy balls. Lowest scorer of the week has to chug a beer before Sunday, or they will lose 15 points in the next week. If you don't hand in your chug, you got to film it and send it to the boys in the group chat. If you don't do that, when it comes next week, I subtract 15 points from your score. If you lose, you lose. And if you're the lowest scorer again, then you got to do it again. All right, I'm keeping up with it. I fell behind in baseball season, but in football, this is when it really matters. Okay, so Chumba owes us a chug. Jake gets a W. Finally, the newbie. Kid came out of nowhere. Andy. Still has the generic ESPN name. Andy's Astounding Team. That's the name they just give you. They just give you that name. They're just like, hey, here, your name's Andy. Here's what we made up. Andy's Astounding Team put up 159 points to Tyler's 107. Is Tyler real? Is Tyler going to be Cameron's soon brother-in-law? I don't know. Is Cameron ever going to nut up? Or is he gonna fight the patriarchy? I don't know. Is he gonna fight social norms? We all know that Cameron's not a normal person, but Tyler could be. Could happen, right? But Tyler gets his ass absolutely kicked, totally fucked up. Not even close. Not even competition. So as previously mentioned, week 1, hard to speculate of what happens. Okay, can't teams don't have an identity yet. Clearly, the mentally stable division knows what's going on, and CTE, we need a little help down there. Our game of the week this week, though, has to be fourth down syndrome and CTE isn't real. The mentally handicapped are going head to head this week. Okay, it's Tyler versus Chumba. Mentally handicapped names, that is. Going head to head this week. We're gonna play it out. Chumba owes us a chug. We need that chug, Chumba. It's due by Sunday. But that's a recap. That's week 1. I'll remember to do this from my apartment next week so I don't have to have this creepy tone that I've been doing. But that's a recap. That's a week 1. Best of luck week 2.